Welcome back to Tech Vibe, where we dive deep into the latest and most exciting innovations in the world of technology. If you're a MacBook fan or simply curious about what Apple's next powerhouse laptop will bring, stay tuned, because today we're talking about the upcoming MacBook Pro M5, a machine that's already making waves in the tech world even before its release. So, let's start with the question that's on everyone's mind: when is it coming out? Based on Apple's yearly cycle and recent reports from reliable industry sources, the MacBook Pro M5 is expected to be unveiled in mid to late 2025, likely around October. Apple has been consistent with its fall releases for Pro laptops, and this year looks no different. The M5 chip is expected to debut alongside the new MacBook Pro lineup, possibly including both 14-inch and 16-inch variants, following the same trend as the M3 Pro and M3 Max models that launched previously. But what's got the tech community buzzing isn't just the release date, it's the massive leap in performance and efficiency the new M5 chip promises. Apple's M5 silicon is rumored to be built on TSMC's second-generation 2-nanometer process, marking a significant improvement in power efficiency and raw speed. That's not just a small upgrade, it's a generational shift that could redefine laptop performance altogether. To put it simply, the M5 is expected to bring up to 25% faster CPU speeds and up to 40% improved GPU performance compared to the M3 Pro series. For creative professionals, video editors, and developers, this means faster rendering, smoother multitasking, and a longer battery life, the ultimate trifecta. And if that wasn't impressive enough, the M5 chip is also said to feature AI-accelerated neural processing cores, optimized specifically for Apple's expanding ecosystem of AI-driven software in macOS. Speaking of macOS, the MacBook Pro M5 will ship with macOS 15 Sequoia, featuring deeper integration of Apple Intelligence, the company's next big push into on-device AI. Imagine Siri that actually understands context, generates summaries of your notes or emails, and even edits your images or code snippets intelligently, all running locally and securely thanks to the new M5 chip's advanced neural engine. Now, let's talk about what we can expect design-wise. Apple doesn't usually reinvent the wheel with every generation, but that doesn't mean there aren't subtle refinements. Early leaks suggest the MacBook Pro M5 could feature a slightly slimmer chassis, thanks to the improved thermal management of the new silicon. Apple has reportedly been experimenting with a new aluminum alloy that's lighter yet stronger, potentially reducing the laptop's weight by a few grams while maintaining its signature solid build. And here's where it gets even more exciting: the display. The 14-inch and 16-inch variants are expected to feature improved mini-LED technology, offering brighter HDR performance and even better contrast. Some insiders claim Apple might introduce OLED displays in select high-end configurations, which would mean deeper blacks, richer colors, and improved battery efficiency. If that turns out to be true, the M5 MacBook Pro could easily become the best-looking laptop display ever made. Let's pause for a second, because if you think this is just another incremental upgrade, you're mistaken. The M5 MacBook Pro is shaping up to be one of the biggest leaps since Apple's transition to its own silicon. Apple is pushing hard to make this laptop not just a tool, but a creative powerhouse designed for professionals who demand the best. Performance-wise, early benchmarks, from internal testing leaks, indicate that the M5 Max variant could outperform even high-end desktop GPUs in certain creative tasks. Video editors working with 8K ProRes footage, 3D artists rendering complex models, and developers compiling massive codebases will likely experience unprecedented speed and stability. And yet, despite all that power, Apple's efficiency game remains unmatched. The M5 chip's architecture promises up to 20 hours of battery life on the 16-inch model. That's full workdays without reaching for your charger. Combine that with Apple's fine-tuned macOS power management, and you've got one of the most energy-efficient laptops on the market. Now let's move into connectivity. Apple seems to have listened to user feedback and may expand port options even further. Expect to see 3 Thunderbolt 5 ports, an upgraded HDMI 2.2, SD card slot, MagSafe 4, and possibly even Wi-Fi 7 support. The Wi-Fi upgrade alone will ensure faster, more stable connections, a big win for remote workers and creative professionals transferring large files. One of the most exciting rumored upgrades is in storage and memory. The base configuration is likely to start at 512 GB SSD and 16 GB unified memory, but the new architecture might allow for configurations up to 256 GB of unified memory and up to 8 TB SSD storage. Apple's unified memory architecture continues to deliver unmatched speed, and with the M5, it's expected to get even faster, with memory bandwidth exceeding 500 GB per second on the high-end variants. Let's not forget about cooling, the Achilles heel of many powerful laptops. Apple has reportedly redesigned the internal cooling system with dual vapor chambers and more efficient fans, ensuring the M5 chip maintains peak performance without throttling under heavy loads. And that means even sustained workloads like 3D rendering or gaming will run smoother than ever. Speaking of gaming, Apple seems to be taking gaming more seriously this time. With the Metal 4 engine and support for hardware-accelerated ray tracing, the MacBook Pro M5 could finally deliver console-like performance in optimized titles. Combine that with the gorgeous display and spatial audio from its 6-speaker system, and you're looking at one of the best multimedia laptops available. As for pricing, expect it to remain in familiar territory, the 14-inch MacBook Pro M5 likely starting around $1,999, while the 16-inch variant could go up to $2,499 or more depending on configuration. Apple rarely lowers prices on Pro models, but given the hardware leap, that pricing seems justified, especially for professionals looking for long-term performance and reliability. Now, is the M5 MacBook Pro worth the wait? Absolutely. If you already own an M1 or even M2 Pro MacBook, you might be tempted to skip a generation, but the M5 changes the game with its AI optimization, 2 nanometers architecture, and unprecedented power-to-efficiency ratio. It's not just an upgrade, it's Apple redefining what a Pro laptop should be. And as Apple continues to bridge the gap between macOS and iPadOS ecosystems, we can expect tighter integration with devices like the iPad Pro M5 and iPhone 17 Pro, creating a seamless workflow experience that's hard to rival. So, what do you think? Will you upgrade to the MacBook Pro M5 when it launches later this year? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what features you're most excited about. This is Tech Vibe, where innovation meets insight. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the latest tech. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, where we explore the tech that's shaping our future.